call on Thomas Mengesha. He will fight for your rights with all of his might. He's Mengesha.
Greetings and salutations. I am Captain Tom Mengesha, United States Army retired and the former adjutant for Base Support Battalion North out of Camp Buren, Kuwait. Folks, I received a message from a viewer at my Ask the Adjutant. And by the way, if you have any questions for me that you would like for me to respond to, or if you have any advice that you seek, go ahead and email me at asktheadjutant@gmail.com. That is all one word, asktheadjutant@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to look it over. And if I select your question to respond to, you get a surprise. What is that surprise? Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you. Anyway, what I'd like to do is read this viewer's question, and then we're going to talk about it. This viewer writes and asks, "Dear Tom, I have a problem with setting boundaries with others. I don't want to upset anyone, but I also want to be okay with not doing stuff I don't want to do." First of all, I want to thank the viewer for this question, and that is a common question amongst many people, be it all ages, be they in kindergarten, through college, university, working at jobs or in a career, or being a world-renowned entertainer or celebrity. Oftentimes, people have problems setting boundaries, and that can manifest itself in relationships and how well you interact with others. One of the things that you have to remember amongst setting boundaries is boundaries serve purposes. It serves purposes of letting people know what you're comfortable with. It also acts as a safety valve, if you will, to prevent you from receiving harm or even giving harm. Now, the viewer pointed out that they don't want to upset others. I would tell this viewer, you cannot be responsible for how others feel, nor are you responsible for how they live their life. The only thing that you are responsible for, the only thing that you can control, is what you give and what you allow. Setting boundaries will allow you to let the other person know what you're comfortable with, will let the other person know what you're willing to do in a particular situation. And if you're concerned about losing a friendship because you're setting boundaries, that is not a friendship that you should keep. One of the things that I've learned in life is that, because I'll be the first to admit, I was one of those individuals who really never set boundaries. And what happens is once you finally, wake up out of your stupor and start setting boundaries, it looks harsh. You look mean, you look selfish. Someone who's never set boundaries before, once they do set boundaries, it comes across as being arrogant, unfeeling, and uncaring, because people are used to giving that person whatever they want and not expecting that person to have an issue with it. So to this viewer, I would encourage you to set boundaries, set healthy boundaries, and make sure that the other person knows what those boundaries are. I did a video on my channel about the importance of setting boundaries, so I'll leave a link in the description box below to that video. You guys go ahead and check that out. And if you have any other questions on anything, go ahead and send it to Ask the Adjutant, and I'll be sure to take a look at it. The viewer pointed out and made it a point that they want to be okay with being themselves. And by setting boundaries, they fear that they could lose that person in their life. If you have to change who you are, that is certainly not a healthy place to be. you should never lose yourself in order to please someone. Because if you lose yourself in order to please someone, when that person is no longer in your life, be it because they left you, you left them, you don't want to be in a position where you don't know who you are and you have to find yourself in this madness called life. If someone doesn't accept you for who you are and they're unwilling to change or unwilling to allow you to be who you are, that is someone that you don't want in your life. So, with that, I wish you all blessings and blessings. Shalom.
Call on, call on, call on. Thomas Mengesha.